Good evening. This reminds me of the old Metronomy TV days. Hi. When are we coming back to Vancouver? What a good question. I'm afraid I don't know. But I guess this year, if we're allowed in. I wonder if any of you have seen the video that just came out for the new song, Things Will Be Fine. Hi, Ben Davies. Very well, thank you. How are you? Favorite Beatles album? It would have to be the White Album, I think. I really got into that when I was... I discovered it once on holiday in like a holiday home. And I hadn't heard it before, and I was just quite taken aback by it. Although it gets a bit boring, doesn't it, into the second half. We're talking about the Beatles' White Album, if you've just joined us. Any questions? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's all the questions done. Oh, Ben says he's okay. Hi from Bolivia. Loved the video. Lots of old references. Yeah, it's quite a nice video. The plaster cast that I wear on my leg, I don't know if you can tell, but it's way too small. And it's actually for a left foot. And so I'm wearing a left-footed plaster cast on my right foot, which is incredibly uncomfortable. Favorite David Bowie or Bowie album would have to be... It's a very good question. We're talking about my favourite David Bowie album, if you've just joined us. I think it would be Ziggy Stardust or Let's Dance. I don't know if that's controversial. Or Changes to Bowie. Favourite Metronomy song ever? I think my favourite ever Metronomy song might be from Pip Payne, and it's called This Could Be Beautiful, and I think that might be my favourite Metronomy song for now. Who else have we got? Favourite COVID song? Are there any songs about COVID? I quite like the one that all the celebrities did about COVID when they were singing Imagine. I quite like that one. These questions are very quick. I'm trying to find... What is your favourite Rufus Du Sol soundtrack? I'm not sure. What are the options? If you let me know the options. So, the vibes. Things Will Be Fine. There's a good question. The vibes I was going for when I was making Things Will Be Fine, I was writing it on an acoustic guitar, and I quite like the idea of a riff, like starting a song with a sort of riff which people might try and work out how to play. And I guess I was thinking of, there are other like acoustic guitar-y riffs, or sort of things like in that song, whatever. I've got a good example. Crowded House, Weather With You, if that's what it's called. Or R.E.M. and Losing My Religion. There's some good reference points. Recently watched any good movies? The other night, I watched an absolutely mad film starring Chris Pratt, and it's called The Tomorrow War, and it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. And it looks so expensive. And I was thinking, like, how did this happen? And it turns out it cost $200 million. Dollars. Anyway, so I don't recommend you watch it unless you want to be sort of just gobsmacked by how you can waste that much money. How long did it take to make the new video? It took a day, and it was almost the first day that the band had seen each other for a couple of years. Although we did the video for It's Good to Be Back a couple of days before we did the video for Things Will Be Fine. My favourite prop. I quite like that question. Which band you really don't like? I'll maybe think about that. My favourite prop from the video is probably Oscar's hat, which is a hat from the film Contact, which is my favourite film ever, favourite science fiction film ever, starring Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey. In fact, it's a sort of better version of Interstellar, if you want my HO. What was my least favourite band? It's difficult to say, isn't it? There's so many. Am I excited for the Coast vid? Oh yeah, the Kentish skateboard video that's being made, Coast. I am excited, but I'll be more excited when I'm asked to do a section in it. I've got my song prepared and everything. What else we got? A drink when we play in Barcelona. I'm sorry, I think we're busy. Who knows? If we're allowed out, maybe we will. Any country I want to visit. We've not been to any countries in Africa. I'd like to travel there and have an explore. Contact. What else have we got? What's the story behind Nice and Sleazy on the Tea Towel? Oh, well, it's just Nice and Sleazy is it's just like an indie venue, an indie kind of club in Glasgow, and we used to go there every time we'd done a show, and sort of hopefully find an indie disco there. So that was that. South Africa, yeah, I'd love to come to South Africa. I don't know why we haven't, to be honest. Craziest idea you never actually made happen? Well, that's a good question, a very good question. The craziest idea that I made that never happened, I was in, I invented the Bluetooth rolling suitcase, and I was in an airport one day, and I thought, wouldn't it be great if you could just have a suitcase that followed you through the airport? And everyone laughed at me, no one invested, and then a few weeks later, what do I see? Bluetooth rolling suitcases in airports. So there you go. It was a good idea. Yeah, the flower vinyl, I mean, they've all gone very quickly, and thank you for everyone that went and bought a flower vinyl. I think they're going to be very special. It's actually pressed flowers into the vinyl itself. So it's I think, and they're all handmade, so it'll be quite amazing. Why was the English Riviera instrumental album delayed? I don't know, was it? I didn't realise that. And have a sip of water whilst I look at some more things. Posse vinyl version. I get the feeling, that they will probably try and, for some kind of record store day, I get the feeling that they'll try and do a posse thing. I'm gonna have a section in the Coast skateboard video. That would be a lot of fun. It has to be at least half an hour long though. I've got a lot of tricks under my belt. Porridge Radio. Hey, that's lovely to see you. I don't know if anyone knows that or if anyone's noticed, but on the album there's going to be a song called Hold Me Tonight, and it actually features Porridge Radio, and it's one of my favourite songs on the album. Matt Bellamy for Posse EP2, that is a nice idea. Although, without being too disrespectful to Matt, I guess the idea of the EP is to encourage like younger, new artists to get involved. I didn't see that. Ever release other instrumental only versions of albums? No, but it's quite a fun thing. So maybe we could do some more if there's the interest. Back to Bunbury one day. I would really love to come to Bunbury, which is in Western Australia, I think. We had this really good, that's on the Tea Towel, and we had a really magical day in Bunbury where we went fishing and swimming, and we went fishing but we ended up just catching a crab, which was terrifying. I don't know if any of you have ever seen a crab, but they're not as nice as fish. Favourite music festival you've played? Favourite music festival? There's some pretty good ones. I think probably the first time, you never quite get over the first time you play Glastonbury. That's always very exciting. Weed or tobacco? I'm afraid neither. I'm sorry. Not, but yeah, neither. You're going to go and watch the video. Good on you. If you haven't seen the video, it is up there now on a popular video hosting platform. Is there something that annoys me during the show? That's a good question. What annoys me during a show? I don't think anything does. Maybe if I was, I would say that the fact that it has to end, it really annoys me when it has to end. That's sad. Corona Capital was, of course, brilliant. Corona Capital was a very amazing festival for us. Which is the best Metronomy album for you? I think the problem is you make an album and then you sort of hate it immediately afterwards. And then it takes you years to sort of be able to listen to it again with a sort of fresh pair of ears. But I always enjoy nights out, and I feel like that's the sort of I don't know. I feel like when I listen to it, I get a bit. I don't really understand how I made it or what I was thinking. What was I thinking? Am I saving this Instagram live? I always forget to do that. Maybe I'll try and do it. I did not create the Oscar Cash dancing Tumblr, but I know the person that did, and it was not someone in the band. Do you have private mixes of your own songs? I just have bad mixes, which I've done. Favourite song at the moment? I don't know what I'm into at the moment. Hang on a second. The Bay and the Song of the Bay, that's Torbay, which is the bay in Devon where I grew up. It's on the English Riviera. Sing. It's quite, it's love that you played a few Nights Out songs in London. Are you going to throw in some more on the tour? Yeah, I think we're going to try and do a kind of proper... I actually got a text from Benga today about what songs we're going to play, and I haven't yet replied to him. But did you attend an independent school? But yeah, we're going to include lots of schools, lots of songs from... I guess we'll try and do a greatest hits. An independent school, what does that mean? I went to a comprehensive school in Totnes called Kevic, or Kevix. Any Kevix heads out there? Can you play some songs? I'm in a hotel room in Paris. I haven't got any instruments with me. Heartbreaker, yeah, we would love to play Heartbreaker again live. Inspiration for lyrics. I've been trying to recently, so on the new album with the lyrics, I've tried to take more inspiration from sort of personal feelings and experiences. So I'm trying to get a bit more, trying to use my life for inspiration for the new songs. Is the live album still happening? There is still a plan to do some kind of live album one day. Have you ever been to Norwich? Yep. Oscar used to live in Norwich. Oscar's mum still does live in Norwich. So yeah, love a bit of Norwich. There's a Kevic head. Yes, big up yourself. Why don't you ever play Let's Have a Party? Good question. Is that the same person asking if I've been to Norwich? What's your favourite way to write? Yeah, someone told me in Norwich. Cambridge, not too far from Norwich. No way. Never going to Cambridge again. Last time we were in Cambridge, we played a university party that the Sugar Babes were also playing. So yeah, I know we will go back to Cambridge when we can. Okay, I'm going to have to go in not too long, although this is quite fun. Favourite moment from US tour? Favourite moment from the US tour? It's always got to be crossing the border from Canada into America. Not because we don't like Canada, but because the border force are so rude. I've never experienced anything as funny. It's like they don't say please or thank you to anything, and it's almost like an effort to be that kind of uncivil. So yeah, but that's not a fair. That's not like, they don't represent all America, do they? It's just the border force. Favourite soccer team is Nottingham Forest. Anyone who follows football will know that Nottingham Forest... Hey, Wax, good to see you. See you tomorrow. Nottingham Forest had just beat Arsenal in the FA Cup. So Nottingham Forest now believe they are the best team in the world. Favourite VST plugins, that's pretty good. I actually bought Logic. I make all my music on Logic, and I bought that in whenever, but I only have the plugins that come free with Logic. I've never I don't really know how to put other ones in my computer. So there you go. Best album I own on vinyl. The best album I own on vinyl is probably, I managed to find a copy of What's Going On by Marvin Gaye at the Rowcroft Hospice in Totnes for 50p, and I cherish that record very much. Okay, hang on a second. Can I show my recording process one day? Yeah, I'd like to. That'd be fun. I'm actually doing, I think it's still happening, I'm supposed to be doing a mix with the Masters thing here in Paris. Favourite guitar chord, it's got to be an E. Do you still live in Totnes? No, but I visit a lot. Play Radio Lady when you're in Cardiff? No problem. A thing from Madrid, let's see what we can do. Paris or Kent? What do I prefer? I think it's Kent. No offence, Paris, but a bit of both is all I need. Favourite producers? That's a good one, isn't it? Favourite producers? I used to be obsessed with Timbaland. I think, and I think Timbaland probably still could be my favourite producer. Beyond that, I like the guy who's in the Cars. I can't remember his name, but he produced the Weezer Blue album. Coming to Spain? Yeah, we're coming to Spain. Is Yanis a good guy? I think he is, yeah. Love Letters Deluxe. Well, that's going to be the problem soon, isn't it? Just it's 10 years of everything. But you shouldn't feel like you have to buy everything, just buy the things you want and the rest will be burnt or something. What do I think of... What's that question? I've lost it. That seemed quite funny. The guy? Liam Howlett. The guy doesn't get enough credence. Liam from the Prodigy. I think you could be right. But then I also think that sort of the punky nature of what they do, it means that they're not really looking for that. They're not looking to be revered. It's a bit more underground than that. Wax asks, do you prefer Danger Mouse or Rick Rubin to produce a song with? Quite honestly, Danger Mouse. I feel like I've heard, and this is no offence to, it is offensive, but I think, and he's obviously much more successful than me, but I feel like I've heard more songs that Rick Rubin's been involved in that I don't like than songs that I do like. And that's, 99 Problems is one of my favourite songs ever. And I'm obviously, a Beastie Boys fan. But then he did a whole album with Neil Diamond. Anyway, do I know Fanzine YouTube channel? Is that Wax somewhere else? Hey Pierre, nice to see you. I'm actually doing something I think on Fanzine tomorrow. So yeah, I do know about that channel. How did you and Robin start working together? She got in touch with me in like 2012 or 13 and was in London and invited me out for dinner. And we went out for a lovely dinner and just kind of hung out and she sort of groomed me over a number of years and teased the idea of working together. But we just became friends before we started doing music. So I was, I was sort of like, I think she has to work with people that she likes, and so she had to grow to like me. Well, have you ever used Arturia? Yeah, I have. In fact, I got a version of that big synth thing. I can't remember what it's called, the ARP thing. But I really like that. It's fun, and it's obviously much easier to use than a real one, and probably more reliable. Best drum machine is an 808. Fave synth used on the new album. Well, actually, there's not really much synthesizer, but there was this Yamaha D85 organ, which is used quite a lot. Virgin Music Mexico. Hi, Virgin Music Mexico. When's Metronomy playing in Chile? That's all got to be booked in, but I'm sure it will happen soon. Alina from the Dominican Republic asks, what's your favorite hair product? I like knit lotion, Alina. I find that really does the job. My thoughts on Arcade Fire, very nice band, very sort of evocative, their first records, and fans of Metronomy, I should point out, so very nice. What else have we got? Do I miss Casa de Tonio? I guess that's someone representing Casa de Tonio asking that. I do miss the Casa, and I can't wait to come back to the Casa to have some more of Tonio's delicious food. Clara Luciani cover. Yes, I'm going to be seeing Clara Luciani tomorrow. Favorite Lacy Brothers song? Well, there's only one really that people sort of know, which is Seabird. But I got another album of the Lacy Brothers, and God, I just can't remember what it's called. But there's the beginning, the first track on presumably the second Lacy Brothers album is very good. Yeah, Seabird, that's the one. What do I think about Radiohead? I went to see Radiohead. Was one of the first bands I went to see, and it was the most exciting thing. I went on my birthday, just before or just after they'd released OK Computer, and it was incredible. And yeah, I used to love them. I think they lost me when they got a bit too IDM. So there you go. That stands for intelligent dance music. Have I ever seen Muse live? We played with Muse somewhere not so long ago, and there's a funny story about Muse. Maybe this is how I'll end my thing about Muse. Muse are obviously a Devon band, and they're from Teignmouth, and I'm from Totnes down the road. And we did a gig once, in the first band I was in, we played a Battle of the Bands in Plymouth at a venue called the Cooperage, which is no longer open. And after we were playing, Muse were playing a sort of showcase show, and in the dressing room upstairs, we met Matt Bellamy wearing his purple velour shirt, and he said to us, "Great show, guys." And we were like, I was probably 15 years old or 16, so it was a very big moment. And it turns out that was the night that they were signed to, or they got offered their record deal. Muse, great band. I look like Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys. Does he have a blue halo around him? Okay, well, I might sign off. Maybe I'll give it 5 more minutes. Okay, 5 more minutes. I'm gonna have some more sparkling water. thoughts on Depeche Mode. I tell you what, Depeche Mode. Me and Robin have been talking a lot about Depeche Mode recently. I think Depeche Mode are brilliant, and I think they're sort of one of those really unusual bands who managed to like kind of become like a goth group without that. Like, it's not quite how they started. You know, they started off as a sort of synth poppy thing, and they've become more and more like dark, and I think that's really cool. And they've got brilliant songs. But I tell you what, Erasure are the band that I think are sort of overlooked in terms of that sort of pop thing. Did I see you at the Sun in Faversham the other week? Yep, you probably did. What's the background design for the limited edition record? Which one is that? You have to explain which one you mean. Sparks, yeah, like a bit of Sparks. Favourite dish at Casa de Tonio? I can't remember. Last time I was there, we just got loads of stuff, but there was a soup that they have, a sort of daily soup that I thought was really delicious. In which video did you have more fun? Good to be back or things will be fun? In Good to be back, right, there's a bit where I fall over, and I got quite kind of, I had to do that a lot, and I got quite annoyed at that point. It was at the end of the day. So there you go. I ended up enjoying probably Things Will Be Fine a bit more, and I was lying down quite a bit in that video, I think. Thoughts on French house? I mean, French house. Hi, Rianne. French house. Yeah, I mean, I guess like for me, that's basically Daft Punk and Cassius and DJ Falcon. It's all that stuff from the kind of glory days. And it was very inspiring. I like it, yeah. How did the inspiration come for the look? Well, for the look, I was in a room in Paris, not far from here, with a kind of not very, just a little keyboard, and I literally just played the and I thought, you know, that's all right, isn't it? But I felt like it wasn't obviously something I do, and I kind of walked away, and then I came back to it probably a couple of weeks later, and then just sort of felt like it needed to be finished. But this is the thing, you know, a song like The Look is obviously one of the most popular songs by Metronomy, but it I had no idea when I finished it, you know, I had no idea that people would sort of embrace that song so much. So it's people like you, not you, people like you who make songs really special, you know, and it's people kind of, that's what I think all of the most you know, like most popular songs out there are made popular because people start attaching them to special occasions and stuff. So yeah, my favorite Paris district, it's the I kind of know the 18th and the 9th because that's where I used to live, so I'm not sure, it might not be my favorite. I tell you what, I quite like around Belleville, but I don't know it that much. How's your best friend? I guess you're talking about me. I'm fine. Metronomy NFT, absolutely. This is why I'm kind of here. I'm here to announce that that the band, as you know it, is finishing and becoming basically an NFT generating machine. Music is sort of a bit old and boring, so yeah, NFTs are where it's at. all I really care about is, I don't know, like, you've only got one life to live, so I feel like you need to make as much money from selling non-fungible tokens as possible, which is what I'm going to do. What is my curly hair routine? I'm glad you finally asked. I wake up, I get dressed, and I leave the house. Star and Motorbase. Yeah, I never worked with Philippe at Motorbase, but he was always very generous with his time, and I've recorded there a lot. And it's a very fun studio and very kind of poignant now to go there. Now he's not around, but he's sort of, the studio is being used by lots of people he likes. How's skateboarding treating me? I haven't actually had the chance to do much skating because I've been suddenly getting involved in promoting the album. But me and Oscar are gonna, when we go on tour, we're gonna take our skateboards, and you will see us in every town we go to that has a decent skate park. Rock in Rio. I mean, anyone in to be completely general, anyone in South America, we're definitely going to be coming to play. And anyone in Mexico will come and see you too. And anyone in America, we will be touring. And I would love to go back to Australia. I'd love to go to Japan. And, hopefully that's what will happen. Yeah, let's go skating. You can try and hunt us down in every town. Favorite smell? I don't know. I kind of get a bit obsessed with coffee, the smell of freshly ground coffee. Advice for the music industry. Anyone who would like to be part of the music industry should do so with open eyes and try and learn a little bit about how the sort of transactions work in the music industry. Because as everyone knows, there's no such thing as a free lunch. That's the best music industry advice I can give you. Did you ever break something during touring that was a huge problem for playing? Not yet, but we're going to be skateboarding a lot on the next tour, so that could happen. Looking forward to Torquay in May. Yeah, we're playing in Torquay, which is brilliant. And yes, the Hot Wave Publishing is going really well. We're going to organise a party soon. And yeah, well, I'm going to wind it down unless there's a sort of fan art. Fan art is really fun to see and to look at, and it's like, yeah, fan art is brilliant. Where are you? Because this isn't Paris. This is Paris. It certainly is. Maybe I can. Maybe I'll sign off with showing you that I'm in Paris. I know I don't want to give away my location, do I? It's risky. Right, I'm gonna go. Thank you all very much for asking very nice questions. Oh, that's Pierre has asked a very good question to end with. My favourite Counting Crows song. Well, let me think about this. My favourite Counting Crows song, because there's so many that I like. But I think my favourite Counting Crows song would have to be Mr. Jones. And I think that's what it's called, unless it's called Mr. Jones and Me. But yeah, if you're going to listen to one Counting Crows song before you die, I'd recommend it was that one. Okay, take care, everyone. This has been quite entertaining. And I will see you again soon on the road. Hope you enjoy the video. I hope you're excited about the new album, and lots of love. See you very soon. And maybe I'll save this and download it this time if I manage to do it correctly. Take care, everyone. Thank you very much. A goodbye.